ponies are allowed. So a little horse is okay, but any more than that, you probably should take a break or not play. I would say if it's gonna be a problem, it's not gonna be a problem, right? I don't
I
want
mean,
this to have affect you.
no, it's fine. It's just allergies. But do y'all have a problem with my voice as it is right now?
No, I don't care. We're gonna be role playing.
You
It, it,
sound a little bit sick, but that's about it.
Well, it's just allergies. It's
yeah,
been going on all week.
allergies will do it.
Ah, I see.
You know.
Yes. So yeah, I'll just start with the recap. So on our last walking simulator, we found some rats. We went down the hole. A couple people took a tumble, and we came across several beings that, and I know the voices outside of my room are leaking through. But
No, it's not.
oh, the recording will catch it.
Uh,
Yes, yes. This is why I bought myself a nice thing to block that noise, but nobody came to install the thing to hold it up proper, and I'm all like, great, just needed you, but all right. Anyways, so after we found a couple of goblins that were near death, all of you guys actually collaborated and situated them together to put them in a better or more comfortable position. All of them being near death. They seemed drained of life, and they were definitely of the variety of goblins that you've fought before, the ones that have carried this curse with them, this aura that is sickening and radiates and exposes any that get near them whenever they strike at them. This isn't the only instance of this radiation that you've seen, but this is the one that has definitely maybe had the most impact because it's coming off of somebody. This is rare to see, but you noticed it. And yet, as these goblinoids you meet seem to be void of that, seem to be devoid of that, they are still the same. They're still wearing the same stuff. They still have the same weapons. They still seem to be of similar, if not the same clan. But you guys ended up grabbing one of them, the last one that you spotted. This one had a little bit more to them than the others. They had a leather jacket, specifically. They had markings over their the tip of the ears, and but the tip of their nose and the tip of their ears, the red. But as you yeah, as you told them around, I believe they're in the arms of Donkz at the moment. I would actually like
so,
everybody to roll initiative at this point in this room as we all stand where we are, pushing forward, kind of investigating around in this metal room where there's a bit of a slope as Branza's walking up. Donkz having checked around the area with the Shren and Mixu, who look to the left and start walking down that way. Mixu leading, with the weird perk of her nose as it raises to the air as if she smells something. But I will roll as well for these NPCs, which is why we're doing this. This is one d20,
Oh, it's a
and
7.
then this is another d20. Oh, very nice, very nice. Okay,
Yeah.
that beats Donkz. That does not beat McClean. Oh, so McClean, as you reach up around here, everybody kind of is looking around over the pit. If you look to your left and to your right, there is a drop of which you can see the bottom, and there seems to be just more terrain further ahead, but you can't see it since there's such a slope. You'd have to keep going further to spot what else is around. But you get to go first, Branza.
Fuck. You said I can't see the bottom, or I could see the bottom?
You cannot see the bottom from your left and to your right, which is essentially the north and south of your character icon right there.
Gotcha.
Yes. But straight in front of you, which is to the west, that is forward up towards the slope, which leads you to this other area, which again, you just have to walk up a bit more, and you'll see it immediately. But you're the top of the initiative, so it's generally negligible. The initiative has nothing to do with combat. It has to do with what I need to take into account.
Gotcha. Yeah, then I'm just going to move forward and continue up the slope.
Yeah. Do you do so cautiously with no hesitance? How do you do so? Do you
Can I like army crawl into stealth?
Of course. Do so. Take your will you be going half speed, super stealth, or you would just use your regular speed for it?
Half speed, more stealth.
Got you. So go ahead and do it. Don't roll for me, but take your half speed, and we'll take it from there. We'll play the rest of your initiative on that. So move up as far as it does allow.
15 or 10? Or no, 15 or 20.
What are you? 35?
35 movement speed, so 15 or 20.
Yeah, no. Give yourself the 20. On the next round, it'll be 15.
Okay.
Yeah, that's how I play it.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah. So yeah, once reaching up there, you get to see a lot more. Definitely great for us to know. You see this for sure. Boop. And then you see some more of this. Okay. But yeah, it seems like there's a bigger room and then also another secondary room beyond that. But other than that, you can't see much more.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you do anything else? Do you shout out to alert? Do you stay quiet? I don't know.
I'm gonna wave and be like, come slowly. Be slow.
Okay.
Slow.
Excellent. Just a second. I'm playing. Let me call you back. The Donkz. You get to go. But what you do see is as you and Tren are about to walk forward, she's looking left, and Mixu, who is her initiative at the moment, she again is looking up in the air as if her nose from being a dog is so in tune to a degree. She seems to be one with her animal shape or her shape change, whatever it is, and she seems to just follow it to a degree. So let's see how far she goes. She goes there, and then she does, and then one more, and then that's where she goes. But no, she could just move because that's what she can do. Wait, could you move though? No, she didn't move. What the heck happened? How about move now? Yes, thank you very much. 25 feet. She moved up all the way there. She has pretty long legs. She is thin. But Shren and Donkz do get to go together. Donkz, what do you do?
Wait. I said 0.3 trade. So we're going this way, right?
You can. That's where somebody went. You just saw someone make a left, and then there's also a route to the right.
Right is north, left is south, right?
Yes. So right for you would be the north route. Shren decides to follow Mixu, but since she's faster than Mixu, she literally is right behind Mixu. So that's that.
So Branza is stealthing, right?
Branza stealthing up a bit of a incline, yes. The rest of the two routes
No.
to your left and right do not look like there's an incline at all.
So I'm gonna let those two settle things for themselves. So it's a bad idea to split the party, but Branza looks like they could use some protection. I will also like to stealth upwards, so that'll be half my movement. 40.
Okay, you'd only have to, if you're trying to be really quiet, you can still stealth and use your movement.
All right.
I just want to make sure that that's understood. You could go really slow, and then essentially you'd get advantage. And again, at this point, it's negligible due to what I'm taking as what your passive is plus advantage. I'm giving it a +5 essentially, but it's up to you. You could reach up, or you could follow the rate of movement that you see in front of you.
I'll just do a regular stealth.
Sure.
Stealthing, so my full movement.
So yeah.
That'll be a 9.
Oh yeah, there's no need to roll. I'm taking the passive at the moment. We're just doing initiative for my own instance for what's about to occur that you guys don't know, but I know. I just need to make sure it happens the way it happens and when it happens and where it happens. Yeah, no, it'll be fun. Don't worry. But I just
don't worry about it.
I just need to make sure that it happens one way or the other or this way, and it has to happen that way. So yeah, Branza, it is your go as everybody's moving up. A Donkz sneaking up behind you, relatively not too bad. Let's just put it that way. He wasn't too bad with his sneak, but you do see a bit of a room and then a bit of maybe a hall, maybe another room. Can't tell. You'd have to get closer.
I'm gonna move my 15 feet closer.
Sure. All right. So in there, pretty much a lot of the room reveals itself to you. You do see that there are several ways to walk through, but more importantly, you do see that as you do break the rest of the hill, just in front of you, there seems to be a door. Way further down at the end of the hall that you're facing, and in that door, it seems to be a large metallic door, probably stronger than iron. You're probably thinking steel. It seems highly industrial. It gives you shades of Imali or any of the spaceships that you've seen fly around. That aesthetic, but you do see that there are several other routes around and about in this area. This room is massive.
I can see that.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have any other movement. I'm still moving slow and stealthy.
Sure. So at the end of your turn, you guys hear some scuffing and straining, and then some relieved sighs as they seem to have climbed up some bit. You can only assume they were really large steps because you went up a pretty decent incline, and maybe they're just going around another way. Mixu and Shrun is what I mean. But Donkz, this is your goal.
Well, I just want to keep as close to Branza as possible.
Yeah. Go up. You see the same exact thing. You see several routes. Do you go past Branza or you just stay behind?
I'll always stay behind.
Yeah. So Branza is definitely your go again. You do see a door straight ahead. It is closed.
I see a door straight ahead.
Straight ahead.
Okay. Can you point out where exactly?
Yes. Sorry. It is right at the end of the hall, which would be. Oh no, I can't do it. because of that. Here, how about now? Yes, it is right there at the end of the hall.
I think I'll take full movement and move 35 feet there.
Sure. You make it. There are no traps. There is no concern or worry for things coming at or around you, and you do see the door. You're not up to it yet, but if you dashed, you could probably just reach it.
No, I'm not gonna dash yet.
Okay.
I'm not gonna dash.
Yeah.
Not pretty
Would you like to roll perception to see what vague details it does give you just from looking at it?
Yeah, sure, why not?
Donkz, you may as well. You're right there. You're in view of it. You're 50 feet away from it, probably. That's what I mean, because you're wearing a mask, probably, right?
Yeah, I'm wearing the mask.
You're wearing a mask? That is just out of 50 feet, so you'd have to get a little closer, which is right now. So you may. Wow, 27?
What do I know about this door with a 27?
What do you know with the 27? So the details you're getting off the door itself, and while the door seems plain in all regard, there seems to be a panel next to the door. So like the border of the door, it seems like it'll split open in a maneuver. So that gives you the idea is like this is a different type of door. This is not just any regular door. And then once you saw that, again, the panel to the right side of it, and also that empty space to the left side that is similar to the corner that holds the panel, it seems that these 2 points are just not part of the door at all, yet hold the door. Now, with this panel, it gives you certain ideas. Maybe, most likely, it's an elevator of some sort. It'll lift you or drop you down somewhere. But other than that, you can't really tell till you get closer to investigate. But yeah, Donkz, this is your go. What do you do?
Wait, I wonder if I can still see Branza. So I'd like to just take full movement again. Make sure it's behind Branza. Nothing else, nothing more.
Yes.
He does the thinky stuff. I do the breaking stuff.
Yes. So I'll reveal some more because you guys are also there. So this also comes to light. A bit of more hallway that you guys see. It is definitely not split. It is there. Then all this comes to light. As you guys walk all that, a lot more comes to light. I'll say this comes to light, yes. And then just a second. Okay. Donkz, you reach up there and do you do anything? Do you say anything?
Branza, what do you see? He's my seeing eye elf.
It seems like some sort of panel or platform. Not platform. I don't know. It's some sort of panel.
From what I'm seeing, can I tell what Branza was seeing?
Yeah, I mean, you've seen an elevator before, for sure. You know many spaceships that which their landing positioning inhabits an elevator to bring people up to the vessel itself. This is just a very mundane version of it. Crude, very strong, but definitely behind a couple generations that you notice.
Well, I would have expected more, but it's an elevator. It's just an average elevator.
To Branza, it's more like yeah, it's whatever. It's a whatever elevator. You can't tell whether it's high tech or not. Nah, yeah, you probably could tell. No, yeah, with a 27 for sure, you know that this is really old Elven tech. Dang, natural 20. At this point where you guys are looking at this door, you guys hear, guys, there's a door here from.
There's one here too.
Yep, from behind. What?
An elevator, more like.
Well, how multiple doors? This is a problem. Which one do we take? Or should we come to you, or do we? Trent, don't go in there. Trent, no.
Brad, don't go in there.
That is the end of their turn. Branza, what are you doing?
Trent is dead.
I just go, God damn it, Shren. And I'm a full dash toward where I heard them.
Sure. That'd have been like over here. This general area. Oh, I can't do it again because I was doing the other stuff. Oh Lord, right here. That general area, further than that, but yeah. So do you go over there?
Yes.
Yeah.
I should be able to make it to like here-ish.
Yeah. So
You make it here.
because you're not even there. They're over here. You
I
heard
can
them
go
right
70.
here.
I can go a total of 70.
Yeah. You make
Should
it
be
to
able
them,
to
then.
make, like,
Definitely. So yeah.
What'd you? And not so much movement. Ooh, a bit.
So you guys so actually Bronza, yeah, you make it to them and you see that they're standing in front of a elevator as well. But this one the door is open and there seems to be water just floating at the very top of the platform of the elevator. As if it's been soaked with water or somebody's dropped a soda or whatever is in the ground, but it's wet. And currently Shren is stepping on the ground, splashing the water, looking at it as if she's sifting on it, investigating. But she seems to be checking the device out, unsure what it is. Let me make sure she knows what it is. Yeah, I know what this is, she says.
Enlighten us.
It's a lift. Have you not seen one before?
No, I have, but I don't know, friend.
She touches the
Were you
wall.
just gonna go in?
Uh-huh.
Were you just gonna go in? Do you see like a control mechanism anywhere? Or?
It's like, yeah, it's a pretty big elevator. Look. And she goes around to where you can't really see, and she's like, look, there's a bunch of buttons here. But there's one lit up. At this point, we'll jump off of initiative, honestly, because just in case someone did something stupid, like Shren pressed a button when she wasn't supposed to. But yeah. Take yourselves where you will.
Yay! No more initiative.
Yes. But Shren does say this elevator is wet. She touches the moist
Very
wall.
good, Shren. Very good.
Why?
Water is wet.
Why would a mechanical device be wet?
Because it's probably broken off some leakage, you know.
That are like this place.
Neither do I. But we must push through, I do say. I suggest we take the other elevator. That one's not wet, and wet on machine is bad.
Mixu kind of just puts her hand up for everyone, and she says, "I smell those things from here. It's faint, but I do smell it. It could be leading me down the wrong path, but this is where my nose leads me."
Well, in that case, let's take the lift down, or let's take a lift down.
Are we sure this is the right one? Was there more around?
Well, we didn't go look and everything.
Shren looks at you guys like, what do we do?
Any ideas, Donkz?
Manny?
Donkz? Any ideas?
Oh, he's muted. Great. Well,
Did he mute himself?
yeah,
I needed to fix my headphones.
oh, no, it's fine.
I
Oh,
yoinked it on accident.
No problem. Everything good?
No. Yeah, just I tried to stand up to get something, and it just yoinked itself.
Great. Well, any ideas, was asked to, Donkz. What should we do?
Let's take the other elevator. This one right here.
Mixu steps in.
Let's go check out the other elevator.
We're going in this one?
That seems like a better
Yes.
choice.
All right, yeah. Go on in, everybody. No problem. I'll move Donkz. Donkz gets in. Oh no, where's Branza?
I thought we were taking the other elevator.
Oh, we're taking the other one?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so hold on. Now we gotta come back and talk about it. Because I thought Donkz said this one. Alright.
Alright, this one's fine. This one's fine.
No. If we have different ideas, we'll do what you guys want to do. Even if that splits the party, I don't care. So we'll wait on Manny to come back. But you want to investigate the other elevators.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, go ahead. Make an investigation check. We're not an initiative, so there's no real concern or worry. And let me play some music. I have it up here in front of me, and I didn't press it because I meant to, but might as well now. Oh yeah, 21. Very nice. Let me get a piece of paper. I have to check something. The 21 is good. Where are we?
21 is very good.
Granguana? Alright. Granguana. Oh, okay. Alright. So yes. So let me ask, do you investigate just this route? You do spot that there are 3 other routes around. Do you check any of those as well during your investigation at all?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, let's check the other routes just so we know what all's in the room.
Sure. You realize, just like the one you're in, very identical hall, there definitely are other elevators around. But while the 2 that are from, how do I say, the southern ones, they definitely are closed. But before I continue, Donkz, which elevator did you want to go through? 'Cause I'm pretty sure
This one, right?
I got the wrong. Oh, so everybody wanted to go on that one. So everyone's going to those. So you guys would have told them to follow you to that one, right then?
Yeah, because this one's wet. And
Yes, we're ignoring the wet one. Gotcha. Great. So now that investigation checks were made, I have to just check one. As you're investigating these elevators, these doors, their panels, they definitely will slide to one side or the other once they are interacted with. And interacting with any of these panels seem to be for naught, at least for some time, Branza. And as you're messing with them, it seems that each one of these panels require a key. And while the the panels themselves seem to have life, seem to be prepared and have the energy to function properly, without the key, they do not move. This is different for when you arrive to the one at the most north, the northernmost one. That one has a key within the panel, and it's odd because you expected just like a cylinder key to go in, as all the other input locations seem to be on the panel on the side of each of the elevators. But once you see what is actually sticking out, it seems to be the grippable wand.
A wand?
There it seems to be the grippable wand powering the elevator to the farthest north of where you guys are. So the northernmost one. You guys may interact with it, pressing the button. Do you guys do it? It is lit up a little bit more brighter than all the other ones, but it is lit up.
Big red button.
It's orange, but yeah.
Big orange button.
Yes.
Big orange button.
You press the button and it dings.
Oh, Donkz, would you like to do the honors?
Of course. I press the big orange button.
So yeah, it dings as soon as you press it. The doors sliding open to each of the sides, and once it does, you see the handle of the key twist itself inside, no longer able to take out. Seems to lock itself in. Do you guys go in? It is this elevator here.
May I make a perception? Which elevator?
It is the northernmost one up here.
Can I make a perception check on it?
Yeah. Make an investigation for me, because you're here. You're right in front of me. As you guys stick your heads inside of this elevator to check it out, it seems to be completely blue all around, from the bottom, the ceiling, the walls, and even you can assume the inside of the doors. But Donkz, did you want to make that investigation check?
Yeah. Investigation or perception?
Up to you, honestly. Investigation though would give you a little more if you're trying to check to see if it's safe. Yeah, perception's fine.
I got a 0 in investigation.
Okay, so yeah, it does seem safe.
Safe, alright?
Yeah.
Alright, I think this is a safe elevator. Just relay that to the group.
Yeah. So they'd be here. What do you guys do? As Mixu is looking around, confused. Do you guys go in the elevator?
What do you think, Branza?
Mm, yeah, let's go in. Let's see what's going on.
Sure. So you guys step in the elevator then.
Yes.
Okay. The moment you try to step into the elevator of Branza, you hear from Kenny, no, too soon, no,
I pull out Kenny the sledgehammer. What do you mean too soon?
too soon.
What do you mean too soon, Kenny?
We're not done here. We're not done.
We're not done?
No, we're not done.
What else is there?
We have to break the curse. We have to break it. It's my mission.
What curse? What curse? Where?
Ayala's curse. It lives as long as she lives. It lives.
It lives as long as she lives.
Yes. She made me to end her, to kill her.
She made you to kill her.
Yes.
My lady, my goddess, she made you to kill her.
Yes. You were also made for this.
Where is she?
And your hand just shoots over to point to the other elevator, the one that Shren was in earlier investigating.
The wet one?
Yeah.
Fuck it, back to the wet one.
Okay.
And that's what I'm yelling out loud. I'm yelling out loud, fuck it, back to the wet one.
So everyone hears only one half of this conversation, and then Branza decides to leave the elevator and go to the other one instead after stepping in to this one.
Dahlia, I'd like to speak to my mask.
Yeah.
Some people are just...
Donkz, repeat that for me. I didn't catch it.
I'm just speaking to mask around and say, some people, am I right, just so crazy to themselves and all that. As I talk.
Is your question there?
Say, what is it? Why? Do you know why Branza wants to go back? I asked the mask.
It says no.
Right, Dahlia? He's talking to ourselves right now.
Yep.
Branza, buddy, are you okay there?
Yeah.
Yes, my hammer is talking to me.
Sure, my guy. I speak to him and ask him, listen back, do you think his hammer talks?
Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. It did
sure,
say yes.
buddy.
If you want to address my hammer, call it by its name, Kenny.
Sure. I think should is probably. Can I make an insight check? Can I make an insight check?
Wait, you want to make an insight check on Branza? The mask just told you he could talk, though.
Yeah.
You don't need an insight check. You know. You know. But
I'm talking about the Kenny part.
Oh, what are you inciting then? If he knows the actual name?
Or he's Yeah, no, never mind.
Okay. So yeah, what do we do then if we don't get on in this elevator?
Back to the well, as Branza said.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going back to the wet one.
Branza goes to the wet one. Branza, should I move your token? Okay, you got it? Alright, great. I'm gonna move these tokens because they follow you. And then Mixu goes up before Shren this time. And she says, "So we're taking this one. What's going on now?"
Yes. Kenny told me that this is where we need to go.
I mean, it makes the most sense. This literally smells like goblins.
Okay. Now, Kenny pointed my arm like a compass, right?
Yeah, he shot over to you, and pointed this elevator to you. Yes.
Like, he was in my hand, and he just, like, full arm controlled my hand over in a direction.
Yeah. It wasn't, like, invasive. It was just like, you asked, and it said point.
Alright, fuck it. We're using Kenny as a compass now.
Penny, do you know what north is?
Kenny, do you know what north is?
Kenny, does know what north is.
Okay.
But what he says is different than what I'm saying. What Kenny says is he starts explaining what north in this planet means, and that makes zero sense to anyone who could understand this hammer. While many people know north to be a point, he's saying it's more like the ridges of an orange. It is forever moving. It is affected by the curse. And to you, again, it doesn't make sense because although the curse is out there, north on a compass doesn't change because of it. So you don't know what he's on about. You may make an insight check, Branza.
Kenny, are there drugs for hammers? Are you high on some, like, I don't know, cleaning oil?
Yeah.
You high on some, like...
Let's figure it out. Let's see.
Some, like, hilt rub?
Make that insight check. But no, you could tell that whatever or whoever this entity is, they've been in this type of situation. They've been in this life of a hammer for quite longer than any intelligent being should. Whatever that means. Yeah, you guys all enter the elevator. Is that correct?
Yeah, we just all into the elevator.
Okay, there are like 80 buttons on the elevator, but there's only one that is on, and it says 85.
Which looks the most worn? Is it the 85 one?
They all look the same quality. But the 85 is for sure written out. Although the 22 was definitely written in Goblin, the 45 is written in Draconic. Shall I continue?
I don't know.
There are many.
Kenny, what floor?
Kenny,
how far down?
He doesn't say. He doesn't know. He just says, "This is the way. This is the way. This is the way. This is the way." Oh man, that sounds like Mandalorian. Did you just say? Did we just say that same time?
We made the same joke at the same time.
Oh, I'm so upset. All right.
Season 1 was the best season.
Listen, I'm not caught up. Let's be quiet. I'm so behind. But
Never
yes,
watched it in my life.
it's good. Definitely
It's
worth
good.
a watch.
I started watching Andor last night. Andor is fantastic.
I couldn't get too into it, but then again, I'm not. I've fallen off on TV so hard. I don't know what's up.
I'm getting tired of like the super jokey nature of a lot of shows and movies coming out right now.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah. Not everything needs to be a Marvel movie.
It makes like a more dark tone and I really like it. Marvel has gone way downhill.
Yeah, they're too much. But anyways, you guys are in an elevator with a bunch of buttons. Which one do you press? There's only one lit up. You could press any other one, but the lit up one. But there is one that's lit.
What color is it lit?
It's a blue. All the other ones seem to be pale, so without light. But you can assume that they'd be blue if they were lit as well.
I'll hit the blue button.
The 85?
Donkz, you got any protests with hitting the blue button, Donkz?
I mean, I'm colorblind, so you know.
Okay, well, there's one button.
I don't
it's
got
blue.
any. That looks just like black to me. But sure, let's press the blue button.
Press scene. The blue button, the 85, closes the door. Once the door closes, it you hear several gears and whirs as if the door is still closing. And then the elevator starts filling with water. Slowly. Up to your ankles at this point. Barely to where your knees are. And is about where maybe some people could be concerned. And yet while this happens, the elevator seems to lift. And it still fills with water as it's lifting. The water falling from the very top edge. What do you guys do? Do you guys do anything? Do you go for the door? Do you try to press the button?
More and more with water.
It is filling with water. It's currently under your knees. But it's filling pretty fast.
Plug the hole. Plug the holes.
The holes are the very top of the elevator. And there seem to be slits around, all around, and water just pouring in deep from there. There is not a hole because it is large slits of it.
Why did we trust Kenny?
Just breathe. Just breathe. It's okay. Just breathe.
Is that what Kenny's telling me?
Yes.
Just breathe?
Just breathe. Is what Kenny says. As all this is happening, Shren, she gets well, let's check. She does get upset and she goes to the door. She tries to pry it open, but she is not strong enough. Let me verify that. She is definitely not strong enough for that to be ripped apart open. But as she's going to grab, and you see her about to stress and really push herself to get this door open, not wanting to die in such a inane way, Mixu puts her hand on her and says, "No, relax. I think I know where we're going. We're going to the city under the water."
Can we breathe there?
Tales say something about everyone invited may swim and breathe easily.
Okay, but have we been invited or are we intruding?
She seems concerned of the question, but she smiles. "I invite you all then. We should be good." She gives a coy smile at that. You guys may make insights.
Oh, hell yeah.
Shren will.
I'm telling you.
Shren does not get it. Donkz want to make an insight on Mixu? On this young elven girl with heterochromia, her eyes ever shifting.
Don't know what that word means.
Oh, she has 2 different eye
It
colors.
means she has different colored eyes.
Oh, I thought it was phobia.
No.
No, phobia means fear.
Yeah. This
Exactly, that's what I thought.
is heterochromia,
Hetero.
like
It does make
Yeah.
heterophobia.
I'm
I think
afraid of couples.
heterophobia is You're of heterosexualism.
Yeah, I'm afraid of couples. Like what?
I'm afraid of straight couples.
Yeah, I guess.
They just think it's unnatural for a man and a woman to be in love.
How dare they? So yeah, did you want to make that insight check on Mixu? You don't have to. But the 13, yeah, maybe she's looking for the best way around. If the loophole in certain words and rhymes could be had, someone from the Fey realm may have some insight in the power of words alone, being as they said it. Just simply inviting someone, whether or not they're the ones that own the place, doesn't necessarily take away from the invitation. But that doesn't necessarily make it okay that the water will fill up. It just gives you a bit of a chance, you can assume. But the elevator does continue rising, and the water does continue rising with it. It's about at your bellies now.
Upwards.
It is going upwards. And yet water is still falling from the top.
Could I use my body to block some of the holes and try and slow down the water?
Okay, yeah, could I get a sleight of hand?
Can Branza give me the help action?
Does Branza help?
Branza will assist in covering up the holes.
Okay. Then yes. Okay. With advantage.
Wait, which one of us has higher sleight of hand? What's your sleight of hand, Branza?
Well, he's assisting you, so he's giving you the advantage with his very good sleight of hand.
We've already decided it's you that's doing this, and I'll just say we have better sleight of hand.
16.
And no, you got advantage, so it's 21. And with that, you stop a good amount. You have like your whole arm on the very top of one side of the square box that you're in. And while Branza is trying to stop a whole bunch of them, you guys are able to snuff some of the water out there. But let me get strength checks from both of you.
Strength. Straight up strength, or can I use athletics?
Just strength. Yeah.
Hey,
so you stay hard on there, but you clearly can tell, Branza, as Donkz is on there pressuring that one spot, the water's rushing down even faster on your side, and while you're stopping as much as you can, it's spattering and slapping at you, at your face, all over your body. It's pushing you, it's forceful, and you're unable to stay on without slipping too much. You're slipping like several times, and the water continues to rise. You dip your entire head in there, while Donkz seems to be the only one that's still out of the water, isn't completely submerged. Shren and Mixu now seemingly dipping their head in, and you watch as they both take a deep breath in the water.
How's our little goblin friend doing?
Oh, he's in there? He's just laying on. He's floating in the water. He's floating. He's floating on top. He's still kind of drained. He's like, he's too unconcerned of the water. Let's put it this way. But and dang, how am I gonna write out agonizer here?
Ow.
You know what? He got in the he jumped out of the elevator last second.
Now he drowns.
No, he didn't.
He drowns with us.
He jumped out of the elevator last second. So actually, you guys do watch as Mixu dips her head in the water. Once it starts becoming high enough, she does dip her head in the water, and then you guys see her sort of relax. Shren does it as well.
Couldn't she turn into a fish?
No, she's there just breathing underwater.
Like they can breathe?
Yeah, seems like it.
I'm a cat who doesn't like water, so I'm trying to avoid it as much as I can.
Branza, the water is definitely at your neck at this point. Do you choose to
Donkz.
breathe, Branza? Do you choose to breathe the water or continue to fight?
Trying to climb on Donkz.
Try to climb on Donkz?
Yeah, to get higher away.
With your strength check, you can't.
Fuck.
Oh.
I think I'll like stand on my tippy toes, just like a little bit higher, to try and like get my neck above.
Okay, do you hold your breath?
Yeah, I'll hold my breath.
What's your con?
I believe it's like 13 or 14. Give me a second.
Was that a +2? If you get 2 rounds?
+3 actually.
+3, so you get 3 rounds of holding your breath. Okay, so this is the first round. Donkz, by this point, you have a choice as well. Do you take a breath or do you fight the water, try to hold your breath?
Fight the water.
Fight the water. So you continue holding the water. You're still snuffing it out. All right. That's one of Branza's turn. And then you get 1 turn. What's your con, mod? Donkz?
My constitution, my score?
Yeah, no, the mod. The modifier.
Could be my constitution saving throw.
No, just the modifier.
Yeah. What's the...
Oh. 7, I do believe. Or 4.
7? What? No.
4. That's my constitution play.
4. Okay, so with 4, you get 4 rounds. So you get 4 rounds after Branza's final round. Since we're at Branza's final round, you get your first round. Branza, you're at your final round, and Donx's head has been barely dipped in, and he seems perfectly fine holding his breath there. Do you take a breath? If you don't take a breath, you will become unconscious.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like cough and try and breathe.
So yeah, you take in a deep breath. And it feels odd as you do so. It's unintuitive for you to take in water through your nose, through your mouth, in such a manner, in such a speed. Yet as it does, it seems evaporated, and you could breathe.
Oh, this is weird. This is weird.
You throw out a couple bubbles from your mouth, but some words do come out very, very hard to understand. But as muffled as they are, they're generally understood under the water for those who are under the water itself. So Donkz, you do actually hear this. And then Mixu, she seeing that Branza can speak in the water enough, no longer worried that, that last breath I probably shouldn't speak for. She says, Donkz, just breathe! But Donkz, you have several rounds, and at your last round, the door magically opens, and all the water flies out of the elevator as your last round with breath is the last round that you needed. And
I never want to do that ever again.
You're completely drenched. Everybody here is.
My little cat body.
And the sight is odd as you guys look out. It seems to be a drainage or a walkway of a drainage at least. Um, there seems to be a massive platform between you and a door. There is this red liquid pool that bubbles in on both sides opposite of you. But you guys can enter into the room from here. The elevator is literally out of the screen, is not like in existence. You will step into that exact spot that I pointed, and in front of you would be that door, which is here.
Oh no! Now we're in the rapture from fucking. I forgot the name of the game.
Yes. As you're here, may I have investigation checks, please?
We're in rapture from Bioshock. Investigation?
Yes, please.
Hey, I'm going pretty good.
So, Branza, you're probably still reeling by the fact that you had to endure this suffocation of water while not actually suffocating. But for some reason, Donkz, having fur, shook it off pretty well, wet everybody else again, and moved on to look around, having spotted several footsteps all around of several make. You spot several tiny footsteps. You all of these are wet marks, by the way. You spot two larger sets of footsteps, and then you spot where it leaves the mark of not exactly a footstep, but where metal would contact with metal. So it's clearly not a footstep, but you know that kind of blemish, that water mark, that when metallic footwear has been wet and then has been walked about with. This is that.
Oh. Hey, where is everyone?
Everybody's there. It's just they're not there. Lazy. Let me go get them. Oh look, they're over here. Branza, you may put yourself there. Yeah. You guys see a door up ahead. It's a massive door. There seems to be a bunch of no, yeah, it's actually just a large gate door, and then just right across that, you guys actually see a bit of it. So let me reveal that as well. It's just water all around. It's just a whole bunch of water. It's inaccessible, other than the parts that you can see here, that are on your end. Everything else is separated by this gate, this holy gate. It's it has like the cross marks over it. You can see through it. There's this massive gate there. What do you guys do? Having survived this elevator that almost drowned you.
Water, water, footsteps.
Yes.
We're under the water still, right?
No, you are not under the water. The water was drenched out of the elevator. It Yep. That's all you guys notice with those not so great investigation scores. You guys are out of the water. Do not read into that anymore. I'm sorry. What'd you guys say?
Are there any windows?
Windows. So no, it's just a gate. You can kind of see through it. It's very hard to see through the gates. You can tell that there's some water past it. There is a pool of glass next to your left and to your right. So to your west and to your east is this red bubbling pool of stuff. You can't tell what it is. Now with those investigation checks. But it is metal work ground, a metal gate, and there do seem to be a bit of a, how do I say that? Wow. Short of saying control panel, I don't know what to call it. Yeah, it'd just be some odd exterior control panel that's just relatively next to the gate. Right. It's literally right here. It's just there. It's just not there on the thing. I don't know if you guys see that. You guys see that ping? There you go.
I can see that.
Great.
Let me just draw something here so I can remember it easier. Beep.
There you go. Right there. So yeah, how do you guys proceed?
With caution. Anyway. So control panel and a gate. I think we should just touch the control panel.
Okay. Do you? It does look like all it would require is a lift of that double bar switch.
I yank it.
You yank the double bar switch in the control panel?
Yep, I flip it open.
Sure.
I flip it.
Yeah. The gate starts opening, but do me a favor and make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Your cards that +7.
Oh, +7? Oh, that's cool. As you're struck with lightning, that flies out from the gate itself. And you take, well, you save, so it's half. Was that? That looks like a lot. 11? Halved? 6? Yes.
That's 6. We're rounding up, I forgot.
Yes, 6 points of damage. As lightning rushes through you and around the gate as you're grabbing onto the dual bar handle, and the electricity, the pool of red around everybody, brightening up for a couple seconds as you're being struck with this energy. But the door does open, and it seems to continue further. Yeah.
You can see my skeleton for a little bit. My hair's all poofy now, all sparkly.
Mm-hmm.
If Branza touches me and gets a little spark.
Did you guys see the rest of this?
Ooh. So that lightning bolt, it's gone now, right?
Yeah, you still feel it a little bit. But once the energy had run through to open the panel, yeah, it's pretty much dissipated. The door does stay open. The switch does stay up. Do you bring it back down?
The door?
No, the switch. Like the door took a minute to open. So if you bring it back down, you feel like you could just bring it back down and then rush through it again.
I don't know why I would close it.
Okay. See? So then we just move on then.
Yeah, I do.
All right. So I'm sorry.
Never mind.
Yeah. So as you guys do continue, it does seem that there is a bit of a walkway to go through exactly the same type of metal that you've been stepping over. And again, you could find these tracks again, Donkz. Now that Donkz points them out, obviously you spot them, Branza. But as everybody's looking around for them, it leads to a door. And this door seems metallic and mundane, but it is just an iron door that I'm sure you guys go through, because then why get shocked, right? Right?
Yes.
Yes. Right. So swinging that door open, it swings out. And as you guys swing this door out, this bright blue light invades you as the scene becomes clear that you're not exactly underwater, but you're not out of water as well. As you're stepping, you're realizing that your clothes is carrying bubbles. And any quick movement you make actually creates a ripple in the air. You start feeling a bit more slowed down, yet you feel like you could float without care or an issue. And you look out of this door, and you're actually looking at the lights and the bustling city that's around, multi-layered, multi-functioning. There's ships floating up and around as if they're in the air or water. It's unclear to tell. There are people traveling to and from large bubbles that seem to be more water, more condensed liquid than the state that you're in at the moment. But as Mixu, she's looking around, she says, "This is it. This is the city."
I don't feel wet now, do I?
You don't? Not at the moment.
Oh, that's good.
But yeah, now that we're in the city, congratulations, guys. You guys have made it to a safe zone. Welcome to safe zones. Safe zones are very fun and nice. You can do whatever you want in a safe zone. You currently find yourselves. Where do you find yourselves in the safe zone? Let's find out. Up. Find yourselves. Yes, excellent. Show me this map.
Can you hear me?
I hear some
Yeah,
of
we can hear you.
these. Sounds like you're in a hallway. But yeah, I hear you. All right. So you guys are actually. You guys, I'm saying you guys are right here. This is your location, but there's a caveat to that. You guys are at the very bottom tier of this area. In this bottom tier, what you guys are actually hearing, other than witnessing the entire city, massive as it is, the area seems to be in disarray as there's shouting. There seems to be a lot of walking around and about. And then just as you guys enter, let me verify and check that. Yep, just as you guys are coming around, so you guys are currently just past the door. You guys could either just turn or enter further into this area, but there do seem to be footsteps heading your way.
And where are we? We're the red thing, right?
You guys. Oh, so actually, let me move the red thing to where you are. You guys are right here. You guys are at the lowest tier of this area right here. So what you guys see is everything in front of you. You guys also
And this
see.
is a city.
Yes, this is a city. You guys also see this little yellow tip. And anything that if you hover over may have signs.
Ooh. And I'd like to first relate to the group. Remember, you only let Branza do the talking here.
Okay. Shren. She nods to that. Mixu quizzically looks at you guys, but she shrugs her shoulders. Yeah, there's approaching footsteps. It does sound like metallic, so it does sound like a guard or something like that. Or it could be the very same people that you were chasing. Quick question. Before we move on, since you guys did choose to go away from the other elevator, did you let the door close and take the wand or no? Guys,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think
I did. I don't think we did.
you don't think you did, but would you have? Would you guys have taken the wand?
I personally don't think so.
Yeah, I think Branza wasn't so much of a rush from what Kenny said.
Okay, all right, great. Just checking. I didn't want to take that away from you in case you guys had that as an intent. But yes, we can continue. These approaching steps are coming over. They will arrive in a second. Do you guys let them reach? Do you guys walk up to them? Do you try to hide?
They seem friendly enough, right? They're not carrying weapons.
You can't see them yet. They are going around the bend. But you do hear the metallic footsteps. They do seem to be walking with intent.
Intent?
Yeah, of some sort. With they're not leisurely walking. They're either searching or guarding.
Mixu, do you still smell the goblins?
Yeah, I smell them everywhere. It's harder here. It's permeated. But if I could get close enough, I might be able to pinpoint. I mean, it does smell like an awful lot of goblins here, but it's those goblins that I'm trying to focus on. Get me close enough. Anything else?
So I think we should just make ourselves seem less of a threat.
Yeah. Also, what do you start doing, Donkz, to seem less of a threat as a near 8? How tall are you? 8 feet tall? 9 feet tall?
I'm around closing in on 9 feet.
You close into 9 feet? Yeah. Okay. As a 9-foot massive furry cat with weapons, how are you gonna look less intimidating with a mask on your face?
I do look like a terrorist.
You look like something for sure.
I lay down on the floor flat.
Get on all fours, start licking your paws. Do you really lay down on the floor flat though? Or was that a joke too? Because it could have been.
I don't know how I would look less intimidating. I think I just raise my hands up, making sure they can see my hands and all that.
Okay.
Hands in the air.
All right, let me get a performance check with advantage with hands in the air then for you.
Like I just don't care.
Yeah. McClean, what does Branza do for in this situation? I mean, 24.
Branza's gonna clutch his wounds and act like he's wounded a lot, which he is.
Okay.
But really, he's ready to go into action if need calls for it.
Right. And the goblin, who's carrying him? I'm assuming you, Donkz.
I'm assuming me.
So do you
can
put?
I say like I have an?
Yeah. Do you put him down to put both your hands up? They are like essentially dead weight right now.
I could stuff him in my backpack. You know what? I'm just gonna drop into the floor.
Lay him down. Yeah. So around this time, then the armored soldier does come around the bend. The armored soldier that you see is carrying a spear. No, sorry, they have a trident in their hand. They have a short sword in a scabbard still to their hip. But they are wearing leathers, yet their boots are metallic of some sort. And the boots themselves, they seem to have some kind of... Yeah, they're lights up and down on the boots. Every time they make a step, you see that it has a blue glow to it. And when they reach you, they casually actually look at you guys, turn to look away, and then turn back, and they're like, ah, what are you guys doing here? To Branza, you understand this because it's Elvin. He is a goblinoid speaking, and he says, where'd you guys come from?
I say something.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, I'm getting a lot of...
We came from a cave. We fell down a cliff. We're hurt. Please, we need help.
McClean, I can hear myself in your mic, I think.
Can you?
Yeah, earlier a bit. I think it's gone now.
Can you hear it now?
Nope, I think it's fixed.
All right. So the goblin, he looks at all of you. He's gonna insight that one. And that's a natural 19.
Ooh.
How much of that is true? That's true. Make a persuasion check, Branza.
I told no lies.
Yeah. It's persuasion. All right. Yeah. Perfect. As soon
truth is the way to go.
Yeah. As soon as you say that, he does raise his trident a little higher, tucking it under their armpit and pointing it just a little further out. But you can tell they're not ready to use it. They're just prepared to if they have to. And as they do that, they kind of let it lean slightly lower, yet still raised. And they ask, "Are you with the fuckers that came out that came around last time? Are you with the ones who attacked?"
Can I insight this guy real quick?
Sure. What are you trying to figure out?
I I'm trying to see if his animosity towards them is genuine, or if he's like trying to put it up front to root out some bad.
Gotcha. If he's trying to catch you in those words to see if you're on his side or not, or no. You can tell that, and this is just straight up from you having spotted the other goblinoids and these. This one in particular, they don't have the markings of which you saw the other ones carry. The ones at least that were wearing the metal armor, all had some kind of I forget what it's called when you burn yourself to put markings on yourself.
The brand?
Yeah, they had brands, these very thin brandings all over and around their face and their neck. And then this goblinoid definitely has no brandings of the sort. They are not in line or with the ones that came around, or from what you can tell, just straight up from seeing them. That is. But you can pretty much guarantee that.
No, we're not with them. We were hunting them when we fell off the cliff and ended up coming down here.
Hunting them. All right, just a second. He turns around and he pulls out a conch, and it makes a noise. It sounds muffled. And then he waits 2 seconds. You can tell that he kind of counts 1, 2, and then he does it again. And then he said, "They'll be coming. They'll come with help. But don't worry, they won't hurt us. They won't hurt you." And let's see if he notices that. No, he doesn't notice the goblin on the floor. But he does kind of look around from where you guys are at, and he's sort of investigating. I have to check for him to see. Nope, he doesn't notice it. So yeah.
We stole this one. He was dying, and we wanted to see what his reactions were to places we'd go.
You say that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You want to kill him?
He looks around to what you're talking about, and you're speaking about the goblin. And once you point him out, obviously this goblinoid looks up and cocks his head to the left, and he says, "Huh, that's weird. It's wearing who is he?" He points at the goblin. "Where'd you find him?"
He was lying on the ground near some bushes.
No, this is wrong. Yeah, just wait for my captain to get here. I'm sure he'll figure everything out. Goblins with red noses like that is very rare. For them to come around here is nearly impossible. You do know where you're at, right?
I've been told it's some hidden underwater city, but I don't know. It's still kind of freaky to me.
Yeah. He says, "Yeah, this is a secret city. We don't tell anyone about it. Visitors are generally in trouble when they come around. There's a enchantment in this area. You drown if you step in without coming through the proper authorities. I don't know how you guys," he kind of points up with the trident. "I don't know how you guys got here, but you seem fine, and you aren't attacking me, so that's great." By this point, there are 3 other soldiers walking up that you guys notice, for they are not quiet with their metallic heavy boots. Yet when they do reach to you guys, they seem to come with aid. everyone's hurt, right? Right?
I'm definitely hurt.
Yes. Okay. So as soon as
Only a little bit hurt.
the what?
I'm only a little bit hurt.
Yeah. Okay. Trend actually didn't take any damage. Neither did Mixu. So only Branza. So the moment they reach up, they don't do what I was gonna say. So instead, they actually just go up to Branza and they start helping you out. One of them starts actually bandaging you, Donkz, since you have these burns on your hand currently. But with a bit of bandaging and salve, it clears up the mess. So Donkz, you could you're full because you only took like 6 points of damage. I'm assuming.
43 gone to 56.
Great. Oh, you took damage? No, they still would have done it. And then how much did you take, Branza? Did you take more than 15 points of damage?
I am at 28. My max is 54.
Okay, so they give you 15 points of healing. And they'll be able to give you max once they take you to their actual location. Where if you allow, they'll lead you to. Like they're like, just come with us to our base. We'll help you recover the rest of your maladies. You may choose not to.
Okay.
They already like put this ointment over you, all over you.
I don't know if we have time. We need to find these goblins. They had people.
You're looking for them too? Oh yeah, Captain. I forgot to tell you. They were chasing the ones that came around, and they say they want to help. And he looks to the other goblin, and they have that guy. And the captain who is actually he's an elf with a light blue skin, and they do have gills on their by their neck, and they look to huh?
Is he a Triton?
He's not a Triton. He looks like an elf. Unless Tritons are elves. They're not elves, right?
I think I was under the impression Tritons were like underwater elves.
Oh, then they probably are. I'm not sure. I don't know if there's like actual like I'm sure there is a thing, but these are not like those specific Tritons. They're not of. I'm not stealing someone else's thing. I'm just they have their own stat blocks. It's not exactly those if that's what you're asking. Like that's my inspiration, but that's not what we're looking at the moment. Not properly, at least. But yeah, that'd be the closest thing to what you're seeing a Triton. If those are underwater elves, then yes. But as you do see the captain, he does seem to have a metallic helmet and metallic boots. But again, everyone's wearing leather armors from what you can tell. Other than that, and again, these boots all have that light up feature where like the very bottom glows with every single step, and yep, he just glow with every single step. And as he turns around to look at the goblin with the red nose and the red tip ears, he does look with a quizzical look. He says, "This has been cursed before." Huh? Okay. The ones that appeared earlier. They came and struck several of my guards. We took out about 4 of their soldiers, but the 2 bigger ones, they escaped. Where in the city have they gone? We're not sure. We're knocking on doors, but the city's pretty big. It's pretty massive. He does look up at the several tiers around in the city. There are about 30 tiers for the Well, this one has about 30 different tiers. This one has about 15, and this one is the smallest one here. It only has about 8 tiers, but they're all very separated and secluded. So it's very easy to spot where anything is there. Yet, as the captain continues, and he says, let's go to the station, have a bit of a conversation about what we plan on doing about this threat." He does look at the soldier that met with you guys, and he says, "We'll have to show them Rolo. He's not looking good. I don't know how long he'll last. Maybe you guys could decipher what's wrong with him." And he does begin walking. You guys follow him?
Yeah, I'm sure we follow.
Yeah. Having been healed and everything, the several soldiers that did help you out, they actually wait for you guys to move on. Once you guys move on, they follow behind you guys, including the one that you met earlier. The captain turns around and he says, "Call me Vrez. Captain Vrez.
Good day, Captain Bryce.
We don't have
I,
much time, I'm afraid, but if we could solve this with haste, we may be indebted to you. So let's take this passage." And he kind of just touches the wall right over on a blank area, from what you can tell. And in there, an elevator, the doors of an elevator open up, very similar to the ones that you've spotted, and again, very similar to the way that the elevator hid itself from the soldier that was unaware of where you came from. This elevator seems to do the same exact thing. As in a closed position, it is very difficult to tell where it is. But now that you know where it is, you can spot it, which is very nice. But once in that elevator, it's just the captain, Frez, the four of you, and then one of the healers that still have ointment with them do join, and but they're not using their ointment because they actually have to hold it. But they do join Vrez with you guys, and you guys are now going up an elevator again. And Vrez explains a bit of the situation. He says, "The two that came, they weren't alone. They came with several soldiers and other beings. I'm afraid to say that they were with them, or at least were forced to be with them. These children. I'm not sure. Whatever the monster that was forcing them to go around with him. It was an odd thing to notice. It was an odd thing to see. I've never seen anything of the sort. I don't know what to make of it." The elevator door does open, and inside you actually find yourselves in this area right here. It's literally that bubble here, that blue one. As you guys are actually in what looks to be like a police station of a sort. There seems to be much weaponry of several types. There are firearms, there are spears, there are ballistas, there are a wide array of cannons with massive holes in it that don't seem... make them intelligence checks. I want to know what you guys can see off of this thing. At least.
Oof.
Looks like a blunderbuss. How it'll work underwater, you're not sure. But they have it up there, and it seems to be one of their more important items, at least the one that's most mass produced, at least. While you do see this, and there are several other beings, most of them goblins, many of them elves, a lot more of them water elves. Um, they do seem concerned when they see all of you. But as Vrez is leading you guys along, he takes you to his office, and once in his office, there is a body there, and they seem to be. They have covers over them, these blankets over them, and they seem to just shiver in place the moment Vrez comes in, and he says, "Do not be alarmed. It's just me." And Vrez turns to you guys, and he says, "This is Eek. He was the only survivor.
What's his name?
Eek.
Eek?
Eek.
Eek?
Eek.
Eek." He's saying it to you guys like, "Do you guys not hear me? Is Eek." But obviously to you guys don't know goblin names. Like, this is but he just is Eek. His name is Eek. He's the only survivor. Try to find out what you can from him. He's very unresponsive. But it's been a bit of time. It's been at least an hour. No, lies. It's been at least 20 minutes. Maybe you guys could figure something out. Maybe. And he doesn't give you guys an up and down. He's looking around and he says, "You guys might have a better shot at it." So yeah, you guys are right here in his office with Eek. It seems to be in the captain's chair itself. He's covered in blankets. He's kind of huddled in its own spot, shivering. You can't see much other than his ears are kind of floppied down. That's never a good sign for a goblin.
Hi, Eek.
He kind of jumps to when you mention his name. But you do see eyes look at you, eyes that they look dull. Like, while there were maybe a dark brown before, they're a dull gray now.
Hey, Eek, buddy, what did this to you?
A monster. A monster with hands, many hands.
Where can we find this monster, buddy?
He finds you. He finds you.
Okay, that's not cryptic.
Totally not cryptic.
Yeah. As you guys are speaking, he seems to be like trying to hide himself away more.
Hey, Eek, where are you going? What are you trying to hide away from?
It hurts. It hurts.
What hurts? Can we help?
He lowers his hand, and you see him like show you like his neck, and you see two marks on his neck. They look like just pinpricks. The dried blood already long been dried, obviously, and he does point at near his esophagus, and you can see the veins, these dark red veins popping out, or just around the wound itself, but not touching it.
Were
It
you bitten by
hurts.
a vampire?
That is true. Were you bitten by a vampire?
What's a vampire?
It's like a half bat, half immortal.
Vrez says vampires wouldn't step here, would they?
I don't know. Man's got
That's
two.
right.
He's got a bite mark on his neck that looks like it's from a vampire movie.
Say, is there any sunlight in here?
I thought they feared water.
No, they don't fear water. They fear the
Water.
sun.
I don't know. Yeah, there is sunlight here. As you guys look around, there is a plethora of light beaming down. A lot of it is blurred because of obviously it seems that there's this water or underwater effect happening. And while you guys can kind of just sort of swim in place there, you don't have to walk here. By the way, it's kind of like being underwater, but you're not.
Is it like being really, really humid?
No, like I mean, if you wanted to touch the ceiling after swimming a bit, you could, is what I mean. You are all technically underwater, but you are not under any of its effects.
Underwater, but not underwater.
Yeah, you're underwater. You see bubbles around you. You see everything. Everybody there seems comfortable. There are even spots. As you no, you actually haven't gone through there, so I won't even talk about that yet because you haven't seen that yet. So what am I talking about? Yeah.
Strange. What shall we do? I'd like to ask if the goblin can remember anything else at all.
The goblin Eek says, "Big eyes on one of them, the other the hungry one. He wasn't alone. He had many hands. Many hands. Lots of hands. Lots of
Is
eyes."
he whispering?
Yeah, kind of. He's kind of like drifting off. As he's saying this, he's kind of drifting off.
This goblin folk over here is very cryptic, my friend. Very intimidating, I would say.
Are you
Maybe
asking?
we should insult him. Maybe he'll talk more if we insult him.
You say that out loud.
Eagle, you just a pussy. You get
Yeah.
bit by a fly and run.
Can't believe it.
He's kind of just shaking in there, shaking in place. Are you trying to intimidate him?
I'm trying to get him pissed off at us so he gives us more useful information.
Make
I
an
don't know
insight
that
check.
works perfectly.
I want everybody to make an insight check. She fails. She fails too with the even worse number. Wow.
Inside, come on,
Easy.
baby, roll high, roll high, roll high.
So, Branza, while Donkz, you probably see a goblin that is trying to give you a hard time, maybe. Branza, you can tell that whatever happened to this goblin, whatever effect they have endured, it's drained them to near no life. But it wasn't finished. They would be in even dire straits compared to this. They would be to the level of the other goblinoid that you have in hand right now. Completely withered, completely quiet, completely unable to respond.
Yeah, you probably should insult them, Branza.
Yeah, I'll stop being a dick.
Yeah, but this is very familiar. This is not too dissimilar to the goblin noise that you witnessed as you reached up here, including the one that you have with you. Yeah. So what's next?
Did he say where he found the monster? Eek?
No, but Vrez, he says to you, we were ambushed. Well, some of my soldiers were ambushed by, and I think he says, yeah, he does. He does say, they were ambushed right by the bank, close to where the soldier found you guys. Actually, where did you guys come from? He's kind of pointing at you guys, unsure.
From Grenguana, I do believe. Isn't that right?
Whoa. Huh. You came from Grenguana.
Yes.
Are you from there originally?
No. No.
Actually, how do you feel about certain curses, about certain rulers, and that probably are maybe dead now?
He says as he's speaking to you in the Addersworth's curse. Yeah, he's cursed because he's speaking Goblinoid, but you understand him 100%.
Well, like, but was he already cursed?
Yes, he was actually.
Did we curse him?
He was. And the only reason you know, yeah. So in fact, everybody would have understood the other guy earlier because this city's already cursed. But he does say Grenguana. If anybody's from Grenguana, Mixu, she speaks up. Yeah, I am. Sort of, is what she says. And then he kind of shakes his head. You're in trouble then, Missy. We're not at the same time frame as the Stratum. Anybody visiting here is going to lose a lot of time in the underworld. We're technically just over it. Mixu has a shocked expression on her face. But you guys don't know what that means. Unless you guys know what that means. Do you characters know what that means?
Say again?
Do your characters know anything about this time thing?
No.
Great, excellent. So none of you know what that means then. So Mixu just has a surprised look in her face. Her mouth is agape, and she seems to be just connecting dots in her head as Vrez says this. You guys may ask him what he means by that. He is speaking out loud.
Oh yeah, this place, they're already for curse, right?
Yes, Addersor's curse is already taken. Yes. That's what you asked, right? But you asked me, right? You didn't ask That was in Donkz, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, what do you guys do? Do you guys ask some any more questions to the captain? Do you continue to ask any more questions to Eek?
I think we should just head out to the location, investigate what's going on there. That's about it. That's what I can think of.
Sounds good to me. Let's head out.
But also, where are you guys going? Where are we headed?
To the place where they said they were ambushed.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you guys want to investigate that area? So yeah, at the front of the bank, Vres, it doesn't take him too much time to show you where it is. It's literally what, two buildings down theoretically from where the precinct is, and once you do reach up to there, you do see a bit of blood splatter that has stuck to the ground and some on the wall. You do spot a bit of yeah. You find like these scars of red and black just floating in the air. They seem to be like cracked glass that slowly disappears, but is still present. But it just seems like a scuffle has happened here. There are 4 bodies on the ground. There are several officers. There are several beings ensuring that nobody comes near the scene. But as you're with the Captain Vrez, he tells them to step away so that you guys can investigate. But there are 4 bodies of other goblinoids. Ones with those exact brandings, and they're the ones that are on the ground, dead, having been pierced and slashed about to completion. Apparently, from what you can tell, there are other spots of blood where there aren't bodies anymore. You can assume that some of the Feld officers were there, and they took them away out of respect. Yeah, here's the scene. What do you guys want to search about and around it?
Can I do a general perception check to see if there's anything strange, I think?
Sure. Yeah.
20.
Yeah, nothing's too off about this, other than again the goblins that were part of the attack seem to be of a very specific clan. There's no colors or marking on the metal itself, while they themselves seem to have marks all over them, and most specifically, there seems to be, well, yes, there are a lot of people looking around to you as everybody's looking at this, as Mixu and even to that point, Mixu isn't there with you guys right now. Shren, Branza, and Donkz, all 3 of you, as you investigate in front of the bank. You're searching around, Donkz, and you look, and just farther away at the other set of towers, the northernmost, the largest one, there's this harbor. This it's called Narrow Barks Harbor. It's probably the most prominent location from this area, other than the Siren's Whale, which has this massive mermaid effigy. But the harbor itself seems empty. Yet you see massive eyes staring down at you from there, and as soon as you spot those eyes, they disappear. But other than that, this just seems like a fight had ensued here, and it was over almost as soon as it started.
Hey. Mm. You said there were eyes looking?
There are a set of eyes looking straight at you. Huge peepers spotted you. You spotted them. The moment they were spotted, they were no longer there. You have no idea how you spotted it because you are wearing a mask, but you know. It was through the crack.
Cracks of the mask?
Yeah, sure. Like through the side. Listen, 20 perception.
Can I try to take? Can I take it to take off my mask?
Sure, you may. Make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving throw. Come on, baby. Come on. This one. 18!
Nope.
Oh yeah, it's 20. I say to Branza, Branza, did you see that? I pointed the direction.
Holy shit! What the heck?
I think there.
How did you see that with the mask on?
The wizard never keeps his. A magician never tells his secrets.
Donkz is
Well, you
pointing.
might be the greatest wizard of the age.
Donkz is pointing at the harbor.
Yes, just around that area. I found like eyes there, and then boom! I don't know what happened there.
At this point, Shren says, "Where did Mixu go?"
Holy shit! Where did Mixu go?
Where did it?
She had a stunned look on her face, but lost track of her just moments ago. Should we seek her out, or do you think she was
Can I
fine?
make a perception check to see if I hear her or something?
You don't.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
See her. I would like to yell out, Mixu, where are you?
Okay. That looks like an 8. That is an 8. Okay. Roll a d6.
A D6?
Yeah.
Okay. Come on. Come on.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
You spot a barracuda rushing to the zenith. Is just rushing to break water.
A barracuda's in a fish?
Yeah. If you had to make the assumption that barracuda was going from a straight line from this precinct straight to the to out of the water to the very exit from this area, which is
From
overhead
the
by the way.
precinct, and they're running. So essentially, this is a criminal barracuda.
So is a regular barracuda. They're swimming up to the to breach water somehow. Is what you see though.
Is that Mixu?
I'm nodding here, but does Donkz know this? Maybe a 6 is pretty good.
I mean, it's a. Can I make an insight check? That's the question.
No, the 6 gives you. That might be Mixu.
Mixu, is that you?
She's too far away. They're literally swimming. They're way out of your speed. You guys wouldn't be able to catch up with your swim speeds.
So I can't catch up even with 80 feet of movement.
What's your swim speed?
Swim speed. I'm a cat. I don't got swim speed.
So you have 40 feet of movement underwater if you dashed.
That's not good at all.
Still pretty good, but it is not Barracuda good. So it's up to you. Do you follow the eyes or do you follow Mixu? You, Donkz, are the one who spots all this.
I don't know how I'm doing it, but sure.
You're underwater. Vibrations are weirder there. Just go with it.
You know, yeah, sure, I'll go with it. I, mm, I, mm, mm. Yeah, yeah. The barracuda is trying to swim away. We're trying to catch up with it. Is that right?
Is that what we're doing?
Is what? I don't know.
You're currently looking over a crime scene with Captain Vrez.
Yeah, she probably knows what she's doing. You know, we can trust me too.
So Vrez,
Yeah.
you said y'all were ambushed by how many of these things?
Depends who you ask. Give me a second. Actually, I'm hearing a lot of feedback. But also this. I'm gonna stop the recording and then do it over. This is 2 hours.